Yeah, but first let's get this rhubarb pie going, Miss Farmer.
All right, and I'm gonna make homemade dough because I think it's the best.
Absolutely.
You know me, gotta have, this is all we got left of our lard. So we may have to get some pigs, or we're gonna have to, and I have to use this.
This is our lard,
Yes.
and here's some shots of us rendering it down over an open fire.
And I like a lot of dough when I make this pie and I want it thick, so I'm gonna use 3 big tablespoons of this.
Okay.
Of the lard, because I love it. And now I'm gonna take, and I'm gonna do about, oh, I got a tablespoon right here, 2 tablespoons of sugar. I like to sweeten it up.
Now, here's the deal. The turkey thing that we're fixing is light.
So this
It's
is bad.
vegetable-y.
Right, this is lots of sugar.
So we're light on the front end, heavy on the back
That's
end.
right, that'll help us sleep.
Yeah. Let's
I
load
like-
up those carbs and go night-night.
I like to take my lard, you see I let it sit out a little so it's a little, mix it into my sugar. And I want a bottom crust and we're gonna top a crust too, so we're making a lot. So I actually have 3 cups of flour here.
Self-rising?
Yes, so I got a lot of flour. I like to mix this in a little bit before I pour my water. You're gonna be in charge of the water for me. We're gonna use almost this whole half cup. Let me get this mixed a little. Go ahead and start giving me some water.
And tell me when to stop.
All right, let's keep going.
Just in one spot?
It doesn't matter. I know Miss Helen did hers good, but I don't know how she does
She
that
was
from
doing
the
it with
middle.
oil. That was amazing.
I'm not that fancy. I have to use a fork and do this. And that's my grandmother used to make this too, and that's why we're gonna put an egg white on top of it and some and more sugar. So we are gonna be bad, if that's all right.
Hey, you know what? Dr. Matt said, have your sugar every now and then.
That's right.
Just not every day, all the time. I'm gonna have it too. You can't stop me. I'm out of control.
Right.
Look at my out of control look.
That looks scary. That's
Let me
scary.
see your
look.
out of control look. Whoa! Very similar.
All right, I'm just gonna mix this together.
Can I see your out of control look one more time?
No,
Look at the camera and do it. Oh!
it's pretty scary. It's like I saw Glenn. It's like I saw Glenn.
So you want to get that consistency where it kind of binds together.
Yeah, and you can add enough water until you feel like it's comfortable. And I think mine's getting pretty good here, so that I can divide it into 2 balls and we're gonna roll it out.
Oh, so that's all your crust.
Yeah,
That's
this is
top
2
and
crusts. That's
bottom.
why it's so much. We got 2 crusts here.
You know, you do the desserts and I just watch and I just get hungry thinking about a
eat 'em.
rhubarb pie. Now something else we're going to put in here. Now you can put, what all can you put in rhubarb? Everybody puts all kinds of stuff in rhubarb.
People put strawberries, they put blueberries, I've seen sour
Peaches.
cream, peaches, oh yeah, anything. This was my mom's recipe, and this is the simple, there's like 4 ingredients. It's just in the main rhubarb pie, it's just sugar, flour, rhubarb, and some butter.
And there's more sugar.
Yeah, more sugar, lots of sugar. We're gonna divide this up because I only need 1/2 for now. And I'm gonna roll this out for the pie.
All right. You know what? You're good at desserts. You did that. Didn't you make cakes
I used to make wedding cakes.
back in the 30s?
That's right, in the 30s. When any of our kids get married or close friends, we got a wedding coming up.
Yeah,
one
but I
of our
mean,
close
way
friends.
back you did it professionally back
I
in the
did,
day.
but not anymore. Now it's just for the family and close friends. We do it. This is a lot of work.
Yeah, it's too much work.
You've helped me
And
deliver
it
it.
messes the kitchen up something awful.
And delivering a cake's a little bit nerve-wracking.
Yeah, I helped you with one time.
You did.
I put some stuff on it.
You did. And you helped me, remember you drove ahead so nobody would hit me? You were afraid someone would hit me and then there goes the whole
Give me
wedding.
an escort.
That's right, you were my escort. I'm just gonna keep flipping this. And I think homemade dough is the best.
Oh, it is. Especially with lard. Any kind of pastry or any kind of baking, lard just makes a difference in the world. And if you want to go and figure out how to render your own lard, go to our YouTube, TimFarmersCountryKitchen.com. It shows YouTube.
All right, I'm ready for my pie shell.
All right.
In fact, what I'm gonna do is lift this up and I'll have you put that right underneath. How's that?
Oh, I'll see what you know. How about that? You look like you've done this before, Ms.
Yeah, a
Brown.
couple times. This is pretty thick so I can pull it around, which is nice. All right, I'm nothing fancy, but we're gonna cover this up. Now, the filling, this is the easy part.
You know what? That's kind of, it looks kind of like celery. You don't think about, I would have thought you'd had to put this in some kind of food processor and really smash it up. But you don't. You just cut up little pieces and it cooks down at those
Yes, it
higher
does.
temperatures.
Now we're gonna take a cup, this is the bad stuff, 1.3 cups of sugar, and we're gonna add 1/3 cup of flour to that. And that's gonna be our main innards of this. I'm just gonna kind of mix this up together. And that's all. Think about apple pie, how you just make an apple pie and you just throw sugars and brown sugar and cinnamon and the juices from that. So the juices from this rhubarb,
Cook down that sugar.
yeah. So I'm just gonna coat the bottom. So I'm gonna put about 1/4 of this mixture with flour. And now, what we need is about 4 cups of rhubarb cut in pieces. So this is gonna be my little measuring container. So this recipe actually calls for 4 cups of rhubarb, but if you don't want it to bubble over in your stove, maybe do about 3.5. We'll be careful. So look at this beautiful rhubarb.
That's a lot of rhubarb.
Yes. And he
You rub
actually,
it?
Yeah, Robert actually looks like he washed this. Looks good. I rewashed it, but it looks perfect. Like he cleaned it all up for us. So now what we're gonna do is just cut this. You see how it's red and green?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are pure red.
It's like Christmas.
Yeah.
It's funny how that consistency of almost celery can turn into a wonderful, almost gelled filling, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Kind of like your mom's mock apple pie. Remember that?
That's true.
All right, can I steal this over here?
Yes, you can.
All right, I'm gonna start loading this in until we get about 3.5 cups probably it'll do us. And that's just rhubarb.
I think these are some of the best gifts in the world. When somebody stops by, you know, it's such a little thing, but somebody hands you like some fresh honey.
Oh yeah.
Or some fresh eggs, or some ramps, or some mushrooms. What better thing could you, to me, I'd rather have that than silver and gold.
Really?
Oh, wait a minute. I'll take the silver and gold too.
If somebody wants to drop off silver and gold. All right. Now usually I just pour this in, but you thought you had a great idea, which you always do. You said let's take some of this wonderful jelly, and it's
just called
strawberry.
fresh strawberry topping.
And have you got a spoon over there?
I do. Right here.
I'm gonna use half of this. Let's add that to our.
So that's just like 2 tablespoons.
Yeah.
2.5.
Some people put strawberries in, so we're putting in strawberry jam.
This is an old-fashioned deal. I don't like old-fashioned deals.
All right, this looks pretty good. So it's kind of got the jelly mixed in. So I'm gonna pour this in, probably not all of it.
Now, who would think that that turns into what it turns into?
All right, see all this? I know it's a lot, but this, so you think about it, it's mainly sugar mixing in with this rhubarb.
But you know what? Rhubarb has a quality about it. It sucks the calories out. So
does it?
Every little piece of rhubarb sucks 122 calories out.
Wow, I didn't know that.
So basically, there's going to be no calories in here, and actually you can eat this and lose 26 pounds
I cannot
in 2
wait
weeks.
to eat it. So let's add some butter to this. And what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna put little thin little slices out all over this
It's
pie.
not like we're going to eat the whole pie. Probably just half of it, right?
Yeah, unless you get a hold of it. I'm gonna set this aside and make the top crust.
All right. Let me just pull it out of
Yes,
here.
thank you. A little bit of flour, can you give me? Thank you.
Just
throw a little bit
pour it
on
on
here.
top,
Just throw it in
on the
here.
board?
Yeah, thank you.
I knew that.
You're good at this. My grandmother made everything homemade. She would have never bought a pie shell, even though sometimes it's nice.
You know what, Nikki? Lard, right?
Yes, lard.
Lard, I can't explain. It does something magic.
It's got the best
The
taste.
dough.
I'm gonna pull this up and I'm gonna have you slide that pie underneath like we did last time. And see how I don't do a perfect pie. Some people do, but you know you can. With
Hey, this is country
pie dough,
cooking.
you can.
This is country kitchen.
That's right. You can fix anything.
We're not artsy.
That's right. So we're just gonna make this, and here
You
I got.
happy?
Yep, I got an extra piece
So
here.
you're
over
just
here.
attaching it together and
Yes.
squeezing it down. Hey, you want to make it pretty?
Yep.
I'll just make it.
Just tuck it in, and we're gonna take a fork and try to kind of make it pretty. You'll see. All right, here's what we're gonna get fancy. Some people have fancy little things for the pies. We're just gonna go around the edges with this. See how fancy I'm being?
That's amazing.
Isn't that fancy?
Your skills are
I know.
outstanding. I'm all about what it tastes like. I don't care about much. Well, you want it to look pretty.
Right.
But that looks pretty. It looks country, Nikki.
Okay, we're gonna make slits.
We're going to vent it.
We're gonna vent it out here. All right, and we've done that. Now if you'd hand me that egg and that little bowl that was in. This is something my grandmother always did. So I gotta do this. She always took egg white.
Should I be preheating the oven?
Yes, you should.
To
425.
425. All right.
All right, got some egg white here.
All right.
She just always put it on top.
Makes it brown.
Yeah, browns it up and gives it like a little glossy.
Sheen.
Yeah. And do we have more sugar over there?
Yes.
Now
We
we're
got
gonna,
plenty of sugar.
all right, here's what we're gonna do to make it even better. You gotta coat it with sugar. I mean, this is kind of a, yeah, this is perfect. We're being really bad. All right, ta-da, that's it.
What are they going to do? Make us go to bed early?
That's right. So now we're gonna go 425 for 15 minutes, then we're gonna turn it down to 350 for the last 45. So we gotta
Right.
watch it.
Oh, look at the steam coming out. Are you kidding me? That's beautiful.
Oh my goodness.
A little chunk
I'm
of
gonna
ice cream in
taste it.
there doesn't hurt anything either.
Boy, that sweetens right up, doesn't it? Wow.
I love this stuff.
That's good. It's like Mom used to make. Wow. That is amazing.
That's kind of silly.
That's pretty good, isn't it?
You want to feed all that?
Don't mind.
I mean, the whole pie?